Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa alihi wa sahbihi man wala. Dear brothers and sisters, we are all preparing for Ramadan. And I hope inshallah we all manage to make Qiyam al-Layl Ramadan, recite Quran during the day of Ramadan, and do what we can do of ibadah to be close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to be inshallah freed from the hellfire. And there are many things, there are many ibadah you can do in the month of Ramadan. However, you might miss something very important in Ramadan. This thing could make Ramadan full of hasanat. Even your normal habits, when you do them in Ramadan, they become rewardable actions. Now, for example, you, my friend, when you go to your work, before you go and working during the month of Ramadan, remember something. You are not going to work just to gain money or just doing something that you have to do. No, remember that when you go for work, you want to make some money so you can look after your children, which is compulsory. You might, and you need to spend on your wife and help her in her life, which is compulsory as well. You might be able to help your parents as well, which is a very highly rewardable action. You might give sadaqah, you might give zakah if you are from the people of zakah. All these good intentions could make your work during the month of Ramadan a rewardable action. So if you spend 7-8 hours in your work in Ramadan, you are upon a rewardable action. You will be rewarded for this. You're not wasting your time. And you, if you are studying, and you go to school or go to college or whatever, before you go, don't just think about you going because you want to study. No. Think about another good intention. You want to study, so you want to be a knowledgeable person, which is Islamically recommended. Islam does not recommend you to be ignorant person. In both sides, knowledge side and the world side. And also, you want to learn, and so you can get a degree, and you can work, and you can pay back your parents who spend their life looking after you. This is a perfect intention, and this could make your day full of hasanat while you are studying, not reciting Quran. You, my sister, when you look after your house, when you go to the kitchen to cook, when you do many normal things that you do in your life during the day of Ramadan, recall a good intention that, for example, you do this to satisfy Allah. How? Because when you make your husband happy, Allah will be happy. When you look after your children, Allah will be happy. When you do your best to make that your house a very Islamic and nice and happy house, Allah will be happy with you. So if you have these intentions before you do all these normal actions, you will be rewarded for this. Prophet ﷺ, as it's mentioned in Sahih al-Bukhari, was traveling with the companions. Some of them were observing Siyam and some were not. Then they decided to relax, to stop and relax. Those who observed Siyam could do nothing. So they just lie down and they slept. They couldn't do anything. They are so tired. But those who did not observe Siyam, they did everything. They tied the horses and the camels, and they prepared the tents, prepared the food. They looked after everything. So when the Prophet ﷺ saw that, said, those who did not observe Siyam took all the reward. ذهب المفطرون بالأجر. They took all the reward. Why? Because although what they did is a normal action, it's not a ibadah, it's not a worship, but the intention behind it to benefit their brothers in Islam, to benefit the people around them, Allah rewarded them a lot, a great reward. So you, my sister, when you're in your house, you, my brother, when you are in your work, you, my son, when you are in your school or college, you, my daughter, when you are in school or college, remember, recall these good intentions, so we will have a reward. Even if you are not upon a clear ibadah worship, you will be rewarded for this. And by this way, or by doing this, we will have a Ramadan full of hasanat. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from me and from you and from all the Muslims. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in.